We are live. Welcome to Jeff and Adrian's C# refactoring Killrvideo puppies and cats.
That's right. We're working on C# services. I'm looking at Killrvideo.com, which is our production deployment of our reference application. I think this is running Java services for the microservice tier.
Yeah.
You get the idea.
Mm-hmm.
So we are working. Oh, by the way, did I show you this last time? I verified that this updated the
Oh,
document
the doc
site.
build.
Yeah. So here we go. Web client, web application is what I just showed you. We have different implementations of the back end. We're working on the C# implementation of the microservices. So last time we did, I guess, like a quick evaluation of the current status of the code base.
Yep.
Noting that the last commit was August 28th, 2018. So
A few days ago.
At the 1 year anniversary of our last commit, that meant that we had sort of fallen down on keeping that up to date.
Yeah.
So Tuesday, you and I did an assessment, and we came up with these 5 issues that we added to the C# services. So we're going to start working today. So I can go whatever direction. I haven't made code changes, but not really any code changes of significance, but I've been with comments. Oh, I made a comment on my own issue. Got it. It's like, someone already commented on this issue. So I've started investigating and doing some diagnostic work on this remove the dependence on etcd.
Mm-hmm.
You were mentioning, as we were talking before the call, that we may do some work on the update packages and project today. So do we want to start there?
So so we would branch again off of what you were working on, or would we leave the etcd changes where they are for now?
Well, I haven't really done. It's not a lot of significance. Here's what I've done. I configured the the retry delay on the startup loop so that it fails faster, and I added a logging statement. So it's not like a lot of work has been done, to be honest. So I think we could start. So I'm on the remove etcd branch.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's do that and see what we can get for updated packages. So I think in here, actually, I'm not entirely 100% sure how Visual Studio for Mac does it, but I imagine like either you click on setting, excuse me, you click on settings for the project or individual packages, and there should be an option or properties that would give us an option to update.
So I see this. So the thing is here, I'm not awesome with the structure of this. So here's the solution. It's a Killrvideo solution.
Right.
It nicely tells me my current branch. So thank you for that. Oh, look at that.
Huh.
All right, good. It does integrate with Git. I was struggling a little bit with that before, so it was probably just me. Okay, so here's Killrvideo. That's not really right. So I need to go like to individual packages in here, right?
Yeah, the packages directory. And then I think right there, yeah, you could just hit update and see if it'll see what it does.
So this fails.
Okay.
I tried this before and it fails. Okay, unable to find package ix-async. Existing packages must be restored before performing an install or update.
Weird.
So this thing, it appears that it doesn't know what this thing is.
That's
Version
entirely
2.5.
believable. IX async. What is it, I wonder?
It's unable to find it.
I wonder if it exists anymore. Well, it should be there. It was last updated 18 days ago. Or, well, the preview is. And this is what version 125?
Yeah.
That is... Wow. That's probably why. I don't even see that version in the NuGet repo anymore.
Okay. So do you think I should just remove that and try to add it? I'll do that. Add NuGet packages.
Yeah, go ahead and yeah, do it this way, and let's see if we can just add it as another dependency.
IX dash
Yeah.
async.
Oh, that makes it confusing. That seems like a weird search algorithm to return all of these.
Things that are not what I asked for?
Yeah.
Huh.
So another oh, is this the I guess the other question is this the interactive async library? I'm kind of guessing it is. I still can't believe we have such an old version. Because literally,
Seems weird, huh?
yeah, because I look back at the old version here, which is 3.0.0, and that's from 2016. And the newest one, 3.2.0, is a year plus a few weeks old. It's pretty weird.
I just clicked on refresh, but I don't know where to look for what happens when I do that. What does refresh mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure in the context of this IDE. Could not update.
Yeah, me either.
So another thing that we could do. So I'm gonna pull up chat and send you this link with the CLI command. So you could theoretically open up a terminal in that repo.
Zoom chat?
And oh yeah, it's Zoom chat. I guess I should have sent it to you on Slack.
That's fine. How do I get to the Zoom chat? When I'm actually sharing my screen.
I don't know.
Things I haven't done in Zoom yet. Okay.
So I sent it in Slack too, just in case.
Do I have this? Will it at the command line?
I think it would work.
Here?
Yep, should work there. Whoa, bananas. I said a lot of stuff.
Could not find any project?
Is it in the path of Killrvideo C#? Oh, what's the...
That's where I'm at.
It might be in the source directory, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that okay?
And then go into... Oh, geez. What project is that, actually?
Well, there's a solution file right here.
Yeah, but the dependencies will actually be stored in each individual project.
Oh. I'm still doing this anyway to watch it fail.
Okay.
Okay. The project file
in
to operate on.
Dead packages. Program. Is it in common? Oh, these are some interesting. organizational structures for this.
So Killrvideo looks like it should have a package, right?
Should, yes.
That's like the main.
And that is the root. Yeah, run it in that one because that's the root project anyway, like the collector of all the other projects.
Yeah. This project does not support adding package references through the add package command.
Oh, jeez. Oh, .NET.
Why not?
I don't know, honestly. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to deal with this via. What does JetBrains Writer do? Here, I'm gonna put JetBrains Writer on the screen for just a second.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, so I found the packages. Oh, it displays it in a completely different way. Oh, maybe I'll just do that source list, then killer video. Project does not support. Okay. So if I add a package, add a thing, edit. Yeah, this might be more of a challenge than originally. Oh dear. On your list, do you, if you scroll down and look for the something link. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yes, was system.link?
Yeah, I was just looking. It looked like some of our code might have references to multiple versions of that stuff, which could be tumultuous.
Ooh.
But it might have just been the writer IDE. So I'm back at your screen. Package needs retargeting. Oh, that too. I think if you right click on it, there might be an option. Yeah, retarget. Did it just fix it? It didn't give you. Oh, weird. I guess it found it. Usually that tells you, like, it lets you point it at something. Oh, and there's a packages config too.
It took some stuff out.
It did?
And added some stuff when I did that. So there was an actual change.
Oh yeah. I'm just surprised that it found it. I guess it looked in whatever the default directory is and did that. Oh, and we have 4.6.2. That all needs to change to .NET Core. But that's here nor there at the moment.
Oh, it says it retargeted with warnings.
Is our warnings found conflicts between different versions of the same dependent assembly. Please set auto generate bindings redirects property to true in the project file. I hate it when they tell you to change the project file. That's so dangerous.
Oh.
Because it's one of those things where, like, you change it, but then the IDE will go in and tweak stuff anyway.
Oh.
And sometimes it doesn't pick up diffs.
So I think what I heard you say is that this is not a .NET Core based project, and maybe it should be.
Yeah, we should definitely get it moved to that as soon as possible.
Okay.
And it might just be some of the dependencies. It might not be our part of the code specifically. It might just be dependencies. which is what I guess, because whenever I've talked to Luke and Cedric about it, they have included or used only .NET Core stuff when they're working on this. So it might just be some rogue dependencies and they haven't caused a build issue before or something.
But now,
Yeah, now
that's so last year.
exactly. Yeah, I'm moderately perplexed how to use the Mac thing to do this. But also, like, I opened it up in Writer,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it shows a ton of dependencies, and it shows some double dependencies, like on multiple versions of the same thing,
Right.
which might be some of the confusion.
Seems highly likely.
Yeah. It, however, does not have a update packages thing. But I'm looking to see what other options it has. Because so we got Killrvideo, and then we got 8 million projects. Yeah, because we have like video catalog, user management, uploads, all that stuff, which is different. Yeah, different components. Well, it could be that the packages are listed as oh yeah, Writer is tripping out and wanting to move all sorts of stuff around. Well, what is it? It's even saying. Yeah, so maybe does it show the README or anything else in that IDE?
No.
Like down in the huh.
Nope.
So at least it shows the packages under the project.
Yeah.
Unlike Writer. But I think both things are displaying things a bit weird because of our not conventional folder structure of our project.
Got it. Okay.
Video,
Okay.
comments, ratings. Yeah, because like that is broken out by folder, and then the projects are in the folder. And then, yeah, like in Writer I have that, but then I have all of the packages for all the repos in one thing, it looks like, in one folder list. And I guess it's picking up that information from somewhere. I don't know where it's deriving that from.
So it sounds like that needs to be, I don't know, rebuilt in some way.
Yeah, I'm not sure the first step at the moment to do that specifically.
Right. Well, I almost wonder if it's like creating a new project from scratch and like moving source into it.
It could very well
That
be.
sounds like the worst case scenario, but
Yeah. Yes, it does sound like that. It also sounds like a very common thing that would be done with the .NET project. Because then it forces the IDE or IDEs to remap everything according to where you actually put it. And like I'm looking at the Writer IDE, I'm showing everybody else that on stream again. And there's tons of stuff where it's trying to look in reference from the project for default stuff like type string, and it has red squigglies because it's not referenced correctly. And I'm trying to get that figured out. because that basic stuff should absolutely be found by default.
Yeah.
So let's see. String navigate. Yeah, like it wants me to generate code for a string object. It's like, no. C# already has a string object.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah. So one thing I'm verifying right now is, let's see, I guess I can just do a .NET. Oops. I'm going to do a .NET version. Oh, maybe it's .NET dash version? .NET dash dash version? So I got 2.2, which isn't the latest, but it's the one that I recall was being used to build this last time anyway. So if I do, where is that project file at? Is it in the source directory? Oh, there's the solution file. Okay. Oh, yep, broke. And last time you were able to get that IDE to build, right?
Yeah, it runs it.
A project with the GUID. So I just ran the build and got an error and it failed.
Huh.
And it is saying that there are 2 projects that aren't mapped, that it doesn't know what to do with. Or no, it's saying 1 that it doesn't know what to do with. Because the GUID is not mapped to a live project, I guess.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not good.
No. So I guess in that list of things to do, one thing we could do is update the README. Even though I guess you can't do that from the IDE. You'd have to do that from... We might as well do that from GitHub.
Okay.
Because I was just going to say, the copyright needs updated from 2016 to today. Yeah. And I guess Luke is the copyright holder? Does he want to be the copyright holder?
We'll have to ask him. Last time I asked, it was yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That was a year and a half ago.
And then what was one of those other things? So that'll be done. And then to build a Docker image for C# services and XPath service execution. Okay, so maybe we just keep working on removing that etcd since you can build.
Yeah.
And we can see where you're at with that.
Okay, I guess I'll commit this directly to the master branch. Although I'm not sure I need to do that now.
Yeah, you could do that and just say like closes number 2.
Does it close number 2?
Yeah.
What's number 2?
Update the README with the license with the right year.
That is what it says.
Yep. I wonder if that'll auto update on my screen now. Oh, it did. That never ceases to make me happy to see that.
The fact that it closed the issue.
Well, that it updates it on a web page for
Yeah,
me.
right.
Yeah, just like remote of
Okay.
the actual action taking place.
And now no one can say that we didn't accomplish anything
That's
today.
right. So we have accomplished something. We have updated a README file. Um, it's the little things sometimes. You gotta
5
celebrate the
characters
little
to
things.
glory.
That's right. Oh, what happened
Okay.
to the what happened to the issue that says update or remove etcd? Oh, it's right there.
It's number 3.
Yeah, you were hovered over it. It was grayed out. I thought it was like a closed item or something.
Oh, no. Nope. So let me show you what happened the last time I ran this.
Okay.
So it fails 6 times, and only on the last time, this is just the way it was constructed, only on the last failure does it actually print out the exception that it's getting.
Right.
Okay. Only HTTP and HTTPS schemes are allowed. So I'm down here in the etcd client send request, and that gets called from Killrvideo service discovery lookup service async. Where is that? Oh, I thought I had that open. Oh yeah, I do. Here we go. Oh no, that's the etcd one. Etcd service discovery lookup service async. Okay, so it calls it like this from the client get node async, and the client is an instance of etcd client from etcd net etcd client. So when I looked at that operation, anyway, I started trying to debug this thing, and oh, here you go. So it creates an etcd client, and it basically like points it at with these etcd options, so the URLs where it's supposed to go, and it sets it up http://
Mm-hmm.
and then when it actually goes to look stuff up, it's gonna hit that from the client. It's gonna look under this path /Killrvideo services /service name, and then I'm looking at the output, and it says only HTTP and HTTPS schemes are allowed. So I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense to me, because it seems pretty clear that we are initializing that client with an HTTP protocol. So I'm a little confused. But then I was trying to get this thing running. I just wanted to see if I could get it up and running working the old way.
Yeah.
In order to start working from a good start point of something that was working.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to think that that's going to be a wasted effort for me to try to debug what's going on with using etcd, which is the thing I'm trying to get rid of anyway.
Yeah. I would almost. So right now,
I was going to give up on trying to get the old way running.
yeah, I that's kind of what I would opt to do.
Yeah.
Because even if you got it running, then you got to figure out how to. I mean, you still have to figure out how to rip out etcd, and you're gonna have to figure out how to how the app service actually references services anyway.
That's right.
And then stick our new way in there.
And stick our new way in there.
Right.
So I've been dissecting this thing. There is. Let me see what this is. Here. So I noticed that there's this etcd service discovery class that was implemented. Yeah, here it is. Oh, I don't need, why do I have that displayed? There we go. Okay, so within the killer video, there's the service discovery. etcd service discovery implements I find services. I went to the declaration of that, and then, so, oh yeah, there we go, killrvideo.host. This is a common package, killrvideo.host. So I actually went to find every place that this I find services is used.
Mm-hmm.
And there's quite a few places, as you would expect, like most of the places that need to call out to other things in the application use this.
Right.
So Bootstrap DataStax Enterprise uses this. And it stores this as service discovery, and then it uses service discovery to look up Cassandra. But then, how it does with the service discovery, that might be it. Then there's like one of the services, just to show you. Data killer video search.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what it does with its service discovery thing. It looks up in DSE, it looks up DSE-search. So it is expecting that in etcd, and I'll explain why this matters in a second. The search service implementation is depending on etcd as its service discovery implementation to locate a service for it that is known by this name DSE search. And then it is running this in a loop where it's waiting for this to be up.
Right.
And the way that we're doing the service discovery now, there's nothing that is ever registered. We're not using service discovery. Like the version of Killer Video that is not using etcd, there is nothing that ever gets registered as a search service. So in this particular service, I actually basically just need to rip out this logic that is depending on DSE search being available as part of its startup routine. It just has to go away.
Right.
So there are a couple of places that are using this I find services interface. And so the behavior of what has to be ripped out may be slightly different in each one. Suggested videos is going to be the same thing. Like this is going to this is the suggested videos service. Oh, that's so weird. It is also waiting on DSE search. Whatever I do to the search service, I need to do the same thing to the suggested videos service.
Another possibility, do
Mm-hmm.
we just want to rip out what is in the iFind services code implementation of the interface and make it be our pointer to our new way of mapping things? Do you think that might work? It kind of seems like that's the focal point.
Yeah, well, I guess so, but let me think about what this is doing. So I'm in suggested videos service, and lookup DSE search is returning a task around a URI, and then it's going to return this. Look up DSE search. Get DSE search, all right. And then where is that called? Get related videos response. Await get DSE search. Oh boy. Okay, so this is actually So interestingly, DSE search in current version is implemented using Solar.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow, this is super interesting. Okay, I'm learning more about this. Trying to figure out how to explain this. So previously, the way that in earlier versions of DSE search, you had to hit this HTTP API to perform searches.
Right.
The Solar HTTP API. We have updated other language implementations of the Killrvideo microservices to perform Solar queries using the extended CQL syntax. So, like, here's the equivalent: Killrvideo Python search service. Search service is select star from videos where Solar query equals. It is a CQL query. It has a little bit of Solar syntax in the Solar query field, but it is not hitting an HTTP endpoint. So this is my dilemma here, is that what we are revealing is some of the age of some of this stuff. Like, it's building up a Solar request. The reason I could just make it work the way that it works now, but going in here, it makes me want to modernize more of this. I'm identifying new areas of this application that are really kind of behind the times.
Right.
As I begin to unravel this. So at a minimum, I'm going to create another issue. All right, new issue. So anyway, these are the sorts of things that I'm discovering as I'm looking through the code. And maybe this isn't all bad, that like I'm still in kind of more of a discovery phase than an actual coding fix phase. That's not necessarily all bad. But anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's a good thing, because I mean, it's been a year and there's actually a pretty substantial amount of code in this project.
Totally.
And if we did start yanking stuff out, we'd probably break everything.
We could. So I mean, that is a possible implementation. What I think you are saying is basically, or at least maybe this isn't what you're saying, it's just what I was thinking before I discovered this new obsolete code, is that I would just basically make a new implementation of the iFind services interface
Right.
that handed back all of the new locations or new ways of locating things. Yeah.
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 That's what I was thinking too.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
While we're looking at this, though, I noticed there's little warning thingies. I'm assuming they're warning things. They look kind of like warning things on the bootstrap DataStax Enterprise.cs file and the
Is that a warning?
packages.config. And I was just wondering what like, does it say anything else? Like if you right click or like if you open up the file?
Am I doing what you are asking?
Yeah. I was silently watching the IDE to see if there was any signs of something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I
there's
see
a little
this.
thing.
Wait,
What?
that's toolbox. That's not,
That's weird.
I don't know what that little triangle is.
Oh, scroll down a little bit. I think there was some squiggly lines. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, the X59 certificate.
So this is interesting too. Oh, okay, another observation is that has an optional SSL encryption option that's set up between the client and DataStax Enterprise, which I never even implemented that in the Python services. I don't know which of the other implementations it has been provided in.
Gotcha.
This code is not going to even be exercised with my, current configuration. I am not providing a
cert and stuff.
cert. I'm not providing a cert. Yeah.
Yeah, I was mostly curious just because of why it's throwing the warning sign. Like, is it referencing something? I don't know. I don't know what it's referencing or why it's throwing a warning. Maybe it's just like a versioning thing, like saying that we got an old version of the cert code or something like that. Graph connection. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal. It's just curiosity mostly.
Oh, quick fix. What is that?
That sounds fun.
Show redundant array creation expression.
What? Oh.
Maybe this is just a syntax thing.
Oh, it might be.
Use array initializer.
I bet I know why now. Yes. Ah.
Okay.
So I'll tell you exactly what it was too. So the new instantiation code that it has right there, in the old one, it literally creates two arrays and then has to mem copy behind the scenes between them. Yeah.
This is more efficient.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's cool.
That's interesting.
We fixed
the thing we didn't even mean to. We have.
It's a good question. Maybe that was the only one.
I don't know of a way to where I would figure out what else is happening.
I would think they would show up if there were more.
Well, what first triggered you to that? Was that the fact?
Just that little icon on the bootstrap DataStax Enterprise.cs file.
Well, it still has a little yellow icon on it, so maybe it still has more.
Maybe it might have just not updated. Like it might need to do a full build or something like that.
Let's watch.
Did it do it? Or was there an error?
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. It's trying to do that.
It's running.
Waiting DSC to start.
Yeah, well. I don't know. Refresh.
Oh, well.
It still has a little thing on it. I don't know what that is about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, cool. So what's the next question then? The next question would be, oh, we were both thinking about updating whatever core thing implements that contract for the iFind services bit. But then we had looked at,
Empty
right?
class.
Yeah, I guess we could go that route, and then we just need to figure out what we need to add to it, or which services need to add to it,
Seems like it
or
would
have
be
it added.
nice if I could create a new implementation of an existing interface. Is there not a
Oh yeah, so
nice way to do that?
probably what you would have to do, at least in some of the previous, the other IDEs, you can do,
Uh-huh.
um, you just create the class, like create the class file that's going to be the new
Uh-huh.
implementation,
Okay.
and then when you do like public class blah blah colon, yeah, so do that,
Oh,
and
I
that should do
see.
that, yeah,
Okay.
and then if you do colon uh, the iFind services, it should. Oh,
Come on.
what
Oh man.
what is what project is iFind services referenced in? Or I mean, where's it actually located at?
Is that what I have to
Export
do?
type of. No, you should just be able to do just like public class Etsy service discovery right there. You should be able to do that.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then yeah, okay. So we're in the right project that has it. So do that, and then go click on the little thing. Yeah, the light bulb, and yeah, it'll add the using for you. Do the using first. So that'll add that, and then click on it again, and you can do like to generate stubs for all the contract stuff. Yeah, do that.
What's the difference between explicitly?
Um, so actually click on it, and we'll look
Which
at it.
one?
So just do the first one first, implement interface,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
okay, so that's the implementation or the
Mm-hmm.
stub of the method that would implement the contract requirement. Um, and now that
Mm-hmm.
there's only one, I don't know if it'll do it. So delete that again, the bit that just added, and then just do the explicit one, and it should come up with the explicit syntax.
It's not giving me a thing.
Oh, click on the I find services word, and it should, yeah, there it goes. It pops back up, and then do the explicit one, and then does
Looks
it?
like there's no difference in this case.
Yeah, in this case there isn't. It's I forget exactly what the keyword is, which is one of the reasons why I wanted you to create it and then just delete it and create it.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's a like an explicit keyword or something like that that is added to the method somewhere in the signature that basically says like I am specifically uh, contractually meeting this part of the interface agreement with this method, and you're like explicitly saying it versus just assuming that the method name refers to the method name in the contract. So that's
Oh,
basically
interesting. Okay.
the difference.
Okay.
Because I mean, I guess you can do this in Java too, but like one of the things that gets pretty gnarly in C sharp, and I say gnarly, but like a lot of people use it because it's pretty helpful. But you have um, in the method signatures, there is a pretty nutty range of ways to use the method signature. The assumption is that you pass in however many parameters and you either have a void method or you return one thing. But there is a billion ways to pass in an unidentified number of items as parameters that aren't particularly strongly typed initially. And
Oh,
there's a way to return a bunch of values too. So you can kind of write C sharp similarly to, say, JavaScript or Go at this point. And thus the signatures get super confusing. So name, service discovery. All right. So you've got your
is this
contract
even necessary?
method.
I'm not gonna do anything with this.
Right.
right?
The constructor is not necessary. Did it put that there for you?
Yeah,
Oh,
it auto-generated it
yeah.
in case I wanted to do something with it, I suppose.
Right. Um,
Okay.
so the next thing is to figure out how we want to how do we want to implement our service lookup?
Well, I was thinking that we could do a couple things. Um, I do like that since someone, Luke, went to the trouble of creating this nice API that abstracts things.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice that we can continue to use it, because then ideally, when we go to let's say that some point down the road we actually decide that, I don't know, like we're going to use a service mesh or something like that,
Yep.
like then we provide a new implementation of this API, and then in theory the application works as it should.
Right.
So yeah, I was thinking that we may just put in, like, the dumbest thing is just put in some hard-coded values, basically.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean, that's what we were doing
Just basically
anyway,
create a
right?
map.
Yeah.
What we really need is just a map of service names that are expected
Mm-hmm.
to strings that are. It's a map of string to string.
Yep.
That this gives you back the right string. So, and then it needs to be based on. It's not totally dumb, because there are. How do I say this? There are some cases where there's a default value that could be overridden by an environment variable.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the simplest way for me to show this is the Python code. So go to main function. So the contact points for the DSC cluster. Right. I'm going to get the contact points environment variable.
Mm-hmm.
If that is not set, I'm going to say the contact points is DSE. Basically, I just need to do the equivalent of that.
So basically, get an environment variable. If environment variable is not available, use DSE, or use
Right, but then we already
thing.
have this mechanism that's in here. So not to confuse things too much. Oh yeah, where was the main function of this thing? Extract host. Yeah. This host configuration factory.
Yes.
Remember this what they were looking at last time?
Mm-hmm.
And it was going to load some information from a .env file, and it was going to try to set these two names,
Right.
named names, and then it's going to go through and override a bunch of other configuration variables. And it's basically just populating a map of configuration name to configuration value. So our implementation basically needs to leverage some of these configuration values as it is providing results based on the names that are being requested. So some of this is going to be a little bit hacky.
Well,
but I want to try to honor the configuration values where they are provided.
Yes. So this thing runs at application startup.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess the thing we're trying to do also runs at application startup. This is for system related. Well, this is for system related values. And the bit we're working on is for systemic values related to the services that the core service needs to communicate with.
Right.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Um, and this uses the get configuration root host configuration factory.
Yeah. So it's not that this is not really super hard.
Right.
It's really just about thinking through what the like a clean and proper way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll actually end up writing probably about like 10 lines of code. And
Right. Well, the other thing I was thinking is if so, we're kind of sort of wanting to do the same thing.
actually, so it's kind of like this thing, which I empty class.cs. I have a question here. When I renamed this to named service discovery, it
Yeah.
didn't rename the file.
Right. Um. Yeah. If you name it the same, and then I don't know. I thought this IDE had refactoring, but it doesn't look like it has refactoring. Like in JetBrains Writer, when you rename the file, it'll say, "Do you want to rename the class?" and vice versa. Like if you rename the class, it'll say, "Do you want to rename the file?"
Yeah. And
Um,
if it's just like a map or something, it needs some kind of map thing.
probably use a dictionary, I think.
Oh, right.
Oh, it might be I dictionary. No. Oh, what knows that word? And then you can do open close arrows or whatever those things are called. I guess they're arrows. Left right arrows, yeah. And in that put the the key value pair.
Hmm?
What was that it like prompted you to do it. Like it was trying to yeah, just pick key value pair to see what it does. Oh, that's weird. I don't know what that did that for. But oh, there's the that's the definition. I was just gonna say like in the arrows you just put like what type you want in the dictionary. So it can be like int and string or string and string. I'd just go with string and string. Yeah.
Oh, and then that's just suggesting like a really
Oh,
simplistic name of that variable. Is that
yes.
it?
Yeah. That
Okay.
totally makes sense now.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, you got a constructor back.
I put it back because I need to create this thing.
Oh yeah.
Populate. I'm going to populate it with some stuff, and then the implementation of this is literally just going to be like a lookup.
Yeah.
So the constructor. What I'm thinking is the constructor.
So you just put all
Oh,
the
I wonder if
values in the key
I have to
pair.
give it my. Am I going to have to give it my configuration? My config. There's my config keys, and then my host configuration factory.
Well, I don't know if we need to do another host configuration factory creation of configuration to do this, or do we just want to return a dictionary per the I find services Gesundheit, the I find services contract? I would think we'd want to do that, right?
What are you saying?
The um so here there's the factory, right, that creates the configuration and returns the configuration, and the configuration then has a list of like right below it it says new environment file source,
Mm-hmm.
and it builds up a dictionary list of strings,
Yeah.
and in that case it's the etcd IP Killrvideo Docker IP, which is like a map to the map of the configuration value itself. And I was thinking in our stuff for what do we call it file just now? Name service discovery.
Yeah.
Um, Why don't we just return the dictionary of it? Because, oh, well, it's saying the contract for iFind services returns a task, which I guess is the specific service connection. I'm confused. What's a task? It's operation and can return a value. Oh.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh.
like
Okay.
it you and then you await the task,
Mm-hmm.
and then when the string is available, then the task will return.
Right.
So it's a way of like asynchronously looking up these strings. Now the thing is, in our case, there's no point. It'll just all be immediately available.
Right. So in that case, oh, and it turns an IEnumerable string. Return a list. It's a list of strings. Enumerable list of strings. That's seems weird, but whatever. Okay.
Here's what I was thinking. The basic strategy for this is, in the constructor of this thing, I'm just going to build out this dictionary.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Because it's just going to have...
And then just return the lookup of the value.
Right,
here.
The result, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I'm not particularly familiar with .NET's modern task thing. Like, I don't know how you feed back the particular item once you get it. But I get what we're trying to do, and I get that it returns some string. So I guess we just return one string with the task.
Yeah. So like IEnumerable, this is the possibility that you could actually have multiple entries in your discovery service for a given service name.
Yeah.
And again, we're just going to have one.
Right.
So, okay.
Do we have unit tests for this project?
Where would they be? I don't know.
Traditionally, in projects that are called whatever the project name is, .test.
.test?
Yeah.
But I'm just not seeing that.
Yeah, I don't see any either. That might be a thing to add too. But that's for later consideration.
Yeah, not really.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like a bold no. All right. So I guess it's just feed the... Do we have a list of the things for the dictionary already?
Yeah, I'm going to need to basically, I need to go through and find all the places where it says look up service async, and then that'll tell me.
Yeah.
So there's one, Cassandra. There's another one. I don't know what the service name is. What is this channel factory thing? I don't even know. I haven't even dug in to what this is yet.
Yeah, I don't have any idea either.
DSE search is another. That'll have to be replaced eventually with a more modern thing. That's the actual implementation. That's the definition. That's our new implementation.
Yep.
Web. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, we don't need this. This is lame.
Look up the web UI's address.
Yeah, and this is basically like giving you a friendly message about how you can open the user interface.
Oh. Yeah,
I don't think that's necessary at all, really.
yeah. I mean, this is the back-end services, so like it shouldn't know where the front end is anyway.
It's a separation of concerns. There, fix that one. Done.
Fix the sock.
What is that?
It's fussing. The name.
Why is that? It's right. What?
Wait, what did it say? It said the logger exists already
Logger
in the
doesn't
file.
exist.
Oh. Yeah, it's not declared.
How is that possible?
No. It's not. It's not possible.
Oh.
Oh, it was above where it's actually declared.
You know why? It's because I deleted the line of code that created it.
Oh. That would
Now it's not complaining anymore. Look at that. What do you know?
that explains all the questions. It looks like host.service discovery is not needed anymore.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. New array looks like it could be fixed too. Boom. Hey, that looks cleaner. There's like less words and stuff.
That's how I know that I'm doing good coding. If there's fewer lines of code at the
Yep.
finish than at the start, I've done a good job. That's how I measure productivity. Net reduction.
I like that one.
All right. I feel pretty good about this. Do you think should I commit what I have?
I think you should commit what you have, because I would definitely work off of that.
Oh yeah. It is incrementally better, and I have not actually swapped in the new implementation of service discovery yet.
Right.
So, this is legal code.
Yeah.
I'll just have comments, right? So,
Right.
yeah.
And in .NET land, all that stuff, as long as it's not called, it's not going to ever throw that exception. So.
Right. Okay.
When.
What about the change to the CS proj? I feel good about this. No, wait a minute.
The fourth file there you're talking about?
Wait a minute. What are the changes there?
You also have a GID. GID add.
Oh man. What did I do to that? Oh, that's the one where I just okay.
That's
an array thing.
Yep.
In my logger. It's fine. Okay, so that's worth having. But then what did I do to these other files?
I think CS proj was the update, or the attempt to update, and the refresh of the one thing.
Yeah, so I guess that's okay.
Yep. And then the packages thing, I suspect, is the same thing related to an update. Yep.
Yeah, this is sort of an incoherent commit, but
those pieces work though. I mean, for the DSE Google Protobuf and the non-generic collections, that stuff should be updated anyway. So that's cool. Even though the non-generic connections look like they're going backwards. Version 4.0.1 versus 4.3.0. Oh no, wait, that was an addition. The line above it is a different thing. Okay, that totally works.
Okay, first commit on the remove etcd branch.
Woohoo!
Pushed.
Cool.
Made some progress.
Um.
Tuesday, I'm gonna be at ApacheCon.
Oh yeah.
Should we? I don't know what I'm gonna be doing at 1 p.m. on Tuesday at ApacheCon.
Vegas.
What am I gonna be doing?
I don't know. That was
1 p.m. on Tuesday.
So looking at myself celebrate with my fingers of yay is totally disorientating because it's going the opposite way I'm moving my fingers because of the mirror effect, and it just completely messes me
I
up.
don't know. Okay, so we'll need to figure out what we're gonna do for this stream because it looks like I have a lunch appointment.
All right.
Maybe you and David want to fire something up. I don't know.
We could do that. I could do a mono stream too, or a solo stream, however you want to call it.
Okay.
For 1 or 2, and probably troubleshoot some of the update stuff. Even if it's just like trying to update the project file itself so that we can do updates to the dependencies, because that looks like what might be part of the problem.
That's pretty gnarly looking. So
it is.
That would be awesome. I would heartily approve of that.
I will plan and put that on the event for next week. The event calendar, and I'll also sync up with Cedric too, because he was saying that he got most of his stuff to build with .NET Core. So I'm curious where and what he was on, and if there might be a branch that we don't know about. So
intriguing.
Yeah, cool, awesome. So I guess catch everybody next time, and